Hey guys, it's Vera, and I'm reporting in very much as Divine Feminine energy today. I was thinking yesterday of doing a reading called What Does the Divine Feminine Need? Look at this dreamy Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, which annoys me when I feel that the person I'm hoping to be with is, and then on the bottom of the other deck is the Three of Swords, is being careless, but that's my judgment from the outside. I don't know. Anyway, what I wrote down, I know that I forget what's happening with Mars because I'm really coming in as the feminine energy today, but Venus just went into Leo. This is what I got this morning. I was feeling angry last night, and sort of resigned also. And then earlier yesterday or the day before, also just feeling like I love myself and I love the life I've created for myself. And it's not been easy. And so we can rely upon ourselves so much. We absolutely can. And we have to remember to take delight in ourselves and give ourselves that love that we want so much to give, to another as well. And that in that way we learn how to be loved. You know what I mean? To allow love in by giving ourselves love. But nevertheless, also it is okay that you want to be loved by another. And for me, I don't want to be in a typical relationship like the one. Erica Elmitz has just put out a couple of things about Beyond Twin Flame. And they're very good. And, for me personally, I had one person who I knew when I was very young. And we were in a very serious relationship, and it ended due to a lot of extenuating outside factors and traumas. And then he came back into my life just to say hello, and it turned my whole life upside down in the middle of my life. And I hoped that we would end up being together, even though it seemed impossible. And then I ended up meeting someone else that I felt just as deeply or even more deeply for, and that's still not worked out either. So it helps me to know, I just think I do recommend those videos because it does not, the end all and be all can never just be one person outside of you. But it's weird to say that because also at the same time you can really deeply trust yourself. And a friend of mine said something really great, which is if everybody follows their heart, then people end up with the right people. If everyone does that, things will be so much better for everyone. Okay, Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's movement. There's movement that you can make, that you can decide to make. And there's also movement that's just the universal movement that's helping you. The winds that are here. The tides, the gravity, the oxygen, all the elements are here helping you as we all move toward our own. If you've been watching my videos, this movement toward our own soul's true shape, and so that brings really justice and joy for all, and the health of the planet is benefited. Okay, this is what I wrote down. Did I read it yet? I don't think so. The transmutation and integration is so that, these things that they sound so beautiful and lofty, but they can also be really, really painful and hard and difficult and scary and just uncomfortable to adjust. It can be very uncomfortable to adjust into really fully inhabiting all of yourself, here on earth in the society as it is now, and as we transform it, the transmutation and integration is so that such beautiful love may express at a human level upon our waters and earth as we move as and in depth and starlight. Okay, I'm going to pull up these cards just for where we are now, right now as a collective, and also if you are feeling masculine or feminine. You know, all of these are within all of us. If you were just feeling lonely, if you're feeling disappointed or sad or hopeful, optimistic, you know, and sort of disoriented. Okay, again, we have the air, the oxygen, the gravity, the tides, and the breeze. And you are a magician here on Earth. And you may create. I like this card because honestly, this card reminds me of myself when I was a little girl. And on the bottom, we have the Hermit. They each have their magic wand. They're walking toward each other. And there's a balancing. There's a balancing. So really, if you go to your own, and there's change. There is change. There is change. And of course, as soon as I see that, I hope that there's change so that my person that I want to be with will come toward me. But also, there's change within so that you are grounded so deeply in your core. It's funny, I went through a lot of trauma that was inflicted bodily as a child. And so I feel like I never really, like, people do core exercises to keep your core strong and, to help your body be more strong. And I've felt so many different ways about my core, like the body hatred that women and men are indoctrinated into in our culture, but then also the joy of sometimes being so strong and in shape with that. And anyway, just living from that, knowing that no matter what shape you're in, not to get all body, whatever, but that you're taking care of yourself and that you listen to your guts, that your guts, those gut feelings are part of they are almost where your heart and your mind may work together or tell you things at the same time, simultaneously agree with things. Okay, Seven of Swords, you can walk away. You can walk away. And what is for you will come toward you. It will. You need to remain open to it, which can be hard if you've been hurt. It can be really hard. And if you've been traumatized and if you have fear, oh my gosh, what happened? Somehow the Seven of Cups, the dream. If you've been afraid to dream, afraid to hope that your dreams might come true. I had at one point a dream did come true where the person I knew earlier in my life came back and wanted to be together. And I was not receptive to it. I was too scared to ask the difficult questions that I needed to be answered to feel safe or even just to, and so remember the Oprah Winfrey. Oprah knows things. Got Wheel of Fortune again. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Have the courage to value and trust yourself, in deep reflection, to value and trust yourself enough to not live in sort of expectation of what people expect from you, or, like trying to fill that, and also not to go so far into self-protection that you blind yourself to your full capabilities. Joan of Arc is the Fool. Five of Cups. Things have ended. Things have completed. Cycles have completed. Containers have toppled. And you have these two cups here, Heloise, a famous lover. Seven of Cups again. But the courage to dream and to trust in the mystery of the way of your own self-understanding and of the ways that we understand each other, and to be as fully present for all of that and how that happens as you're able. Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. I'll go back and ask my same question I was going to ask. I think I'll ask it of the Our Tarot deck, which I love. It's all women, and Sarah Shipman designed and wrote it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful deck with a gorgeous book. I'm going to ask what the Divine Feminine needs right now in this deck, and then I'm going to ask from the other deck what the Divine Masculine needs as well. The Magician. Gorgeous alchemy, transmutation, change, self-direction, but also like ability to work with all the elements and everything that is here with us and in us and through us, and simultaneous as we create our lives. Okay. But she needs a little magic. And she needs, you know, it's Temple Grandin who learned how to understand creatures who communicate in ways that many don't get. The Divine Masculine needs happy stability. Heaven is a place on earth. And at the bottom was the Lovers. At the bottom of this deck is the Knight of Wands. I think I've shared enough for today. Love to all.